everybody, and welcome to the third live story podcast. Yay! Woo! Today we have the Heads or Tails experience with us, and we'll start off here. What's your name?
My name is Diego Sandoval. I am the guitar player.
I'm Javier Sandoval. I sing and play the bongos.
I'm Caden Roman, and I play bass.
I'm Blake Pearson, and I play the drums.
Did this not just sound like an AA meeting?
Yeah, we all have addictions, and we all really need to talk about this.
It would have been good, too, if we threw everyone off. Like, Javi sitting behind the drums, and I'm holding the bass guitar. That would have been good.
I sing backups.
Yeah. But yeah, Cory, thank you for having us here, man.
Yeah,
It's very exciting to be part of a live show.
I know, this is very exciting. Yes. So we've had Javi on the show before, not all of you guys. So tell me, when did you guys start getting into music individually? You can answer this individually. And then when did you guys get together? We'll start with you, Diego. You've probably known Javier the longest.
Oh, yeah. I've known him my entire life. Being siblings and all, him being the older brother. I started playing guitar when I was about 9, and then really started getting into music as a band with these guys about 2019 when we started playing together. But we have a long history, and I'm sure some of these guys will elaborate on how sort of we met and got started playing music together. But I started playing bass, when I was 9, guitar when I was 11. So relatively young age is when this sort of started.
My buddy invited me over to his house, and they were playing Rock Band 2, and they didn't have enough. They were playing the guitars and drums, and they made me sing. So that's really how I got into singing. And then I think that really planted the seeds for me wanting to be in a band.
I feel like a lot of modern rock stars started off in Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
Oh, yeah. Is that not the game of our generation?
It's the game of our generation, absolutely. How about you?
I was like kind of a late bloomer, really. I really was. I started playing bass when I was like at the end of like 18. So, but I was always really into music. But I don't know. I wanted to just play. I don't know. I was just playing. Music was always fun to like play and experiment with and find like new things to do. But like we always went to school together, so it was kind of coincidental. We all just kind of were there. But yeah.
I've been playing drums since I was like 3.
Oh, wow.
So I've been doing it for a little bit. In like middle school, we were in marching band with these guys, Javi and Diego, and we were in drumline together. And well, as they just said, they aren't really the drummers, but we would hang out outside and we would just make music together, and that's like really where I feel like things kind of start, where like our creativity was showing, and then we just kept doing that for years and years, and we finally found a bassist. I went to college and came back, and now we're Heads or Tails, baby.
So the Heads or Tails experience, why is it called the Heads or Tails experience?
Because sometimes it's heads.
Sometimes it's tails.
Wah, wah. True, that's very true. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of it. Yeah, so that's at its core, where the name sort of comes from. That's the lore, deep lore there. But yeah, it's quite the experience. Every show is slightly different. We like to jam a little bit in there, so there's that creative energy that's always sort of changing, morphing, changing colors.
It was between Heads or Tails experience and the Funky Peacock Sex Express.
So we figured both pretty funky, but yeah, that's. We went with Heads or Tails.
Great name.
But hey,
a little more
don't
family
steal
friendly.
That. Don't steal that. Don't
We're
steal
using
that.
We're still using it.
We're still using
Trademark.
that though. Yeah,
Trademark.
The trademark. What was that,
I
Cory?
was to say one's a bit more marketable.
Yeah, for sure.
True. That's why we went with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we went with Heads or Tails experience.
I think Heads or Tails was taken, and we had to use experience because
That's true.
we had to
Yeah, so Heads
get
or
the
Tails
brand name out.
has a long history. It's actually a coin game. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so it's a coin.
Wow.
It's a coin name. So
awesome.
we added experience on to make it really unique, as opposed to being Heads or Tails.
So a lot of people come out to you and they're obviously wanting an experience of the game Heads or Tails.
Yeah. We've seen a couple people flip some coins and throw some stuff at throw coins in the guitar case, and that sort of thing.
Depending on what it lands on, that's how you play.
Yeah. Sometimes it's honestly it's a vibe. If everyone's having a good time and the jams are there, majority of the time it's head. Sometimes you got those.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot. At this point in our career, we've been hitting heads a lot. So
True.
In a couple years, just wait. We'll be getting those tails. We'll be coming back and haunting
I feel
us.
like it's more 75-25 right now.
Yeah, it's the time has come due for some tails.
Well, I always think like heads or tails because we like do a lot of original music, and I love improvising because it's like you never know what's going to come out. And I think like when we're trying new stuff, a lot of times that's what I really think is the heads or tails. Most of the stuff we play is canned material. But when it's not, that's when
and I was gonna
hitting
say
the
too,
coin
the
flipping
same,
territory.
it's the same process though. When you're writing stuff, it's that same zone. Like we were just doing it here, 15 minutes ago, trying to figure out something. And so yeah, that's kind of weird.
So you guys got started in 2019, and then immediately got shut down in 2020. What was that like?
Gigging was very hard. Starting sort of like right at the end of our, being right out of school. Trying to play some shows. It was a lot of practicing, a lot of songwriting, and a lot of the venues to go out and play were not having shows. So it gave us a lot of time to build that chemistry and experiment a little bit with the songwriting stuff. But then it was probably 2021 we started playing small stuff. Like I remember our first gig was a farmer's market, Adams County Farmer's Market, shout out, in Gettysburg. And at that point in time, it was just kind of the three of us here. And I was like, guys, I got us a gig. And they're like, when is it? I'm like, it's this weekend. And, it's Thursday night or Friday night. And so you put together some material. And like, how long is it? 3 hours. Like, we only have like an hour.
Yeah.
And at that time you don't know what you're kind of walking into. But the farmers market gig is always a lot of fun. So we would experiment and sort of make up music on the spot there at the farmers market and talk about people walking by or eating ice creams or buying food or whatever. And people loved it. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, they kind of became a regular there that sort of year and the following year and people see it and want you to play a festival or want you to be part of a show and you kind of take it and see where it goes and sort of we've been doing that the past couple of years. So.
I'll say like when COVID happened, I was at school and that was like the spring break, and I was away from these guys, and it was during like that time I was just stuck at home. I started writing songs for like the first time in my life. Like I always liked music, but I was actually like writing songs in that time, and like that's when like audio and visual was born. Like the studio that we're recording now was like this kind of concept of trying to create like this like multimedia business and stuff. And like that's when I was able to kind of like join back with these guys and going over to their place and playing, and then everything shut down and we were Zoom like calling each other and having these meetings together and like building this thing. And I remember like working on our song Patience, which is like our first song that we released, and like it was born then and stuff, and we just kept on building that thing and getting better and better, and now we are just like Diego said, doing all these shows. But like I feel like the pandemic allowed us to focus on this thing, like because it allowed us, like many people, to be able to focus on stuff that usually didn't matter.
And Patience, that was a collab with another artist, wasn't it?
That's correct. Our good friend Markel, be sure to check out some of his stuff. He really got us into the recording aspect, sort of the DIY, sort of aspect of things. So we collaborated with him, and that was sort of our first song that we officially kind of put out. And it's a lot of fun. He killed the track. It was a lot of fun recording. And we actually had some of our friends back in school too who were playing the horns on there.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a fun experience.
So what is your writing experience like? What is that? How do you go about writing a heads or tails experience tune?
Well, it depends. Sometimes someone will come to band rehearsal with an idea and be like, hey guys, I have this idea. It kind of goes like this. And then we'll just take it from there. A lot of times we'll improvise. and listen back and see what sticks, and then we'll forget about it, and then someone will bring it back.
We'll play it out a show.
And then we'll be like, yo, we should make that a song. It's pretty good. That's what we did with Frogs in the Pot.
It's a great song, by the way.
Thank you. When we were sort of locked down, that's when we wrote Frogs in the Pot. And Caden had a recording of it, and we completely forgot about it until one day he's like, yo, guys, check this out. And we're like, this is pretty good.
I think we recorded that like on the deck of the pool.
Yeah,
like
I think
outside.
we were just like spontaneously hanging out with the guitars and outside in nature, and started playing something. And you got to always record because you never know what you got.
Right, as always, record your stuff.
Yeah,
You never know.
Always.
looking at you, Ryan.
Yeah, looking right at you.
So yeah, it's sort of a glimpse in the songwriting process, but there's never, I feel like, a right way or a wrong way to write a song,
of course.
Especially when you're just trying to get the idea put together. So we'll try, a bunch of different things. To see
Since high school, we've been writing songs where we're just all sitting around, just playing whatever. Then Javi will just improvise words and stuff. And when we go to the beach, we'll be going to the beach in July and playing on the boardwalk and stuff. And we'll be out there for 8 hours, and we only have so much material, so we don't stop playing. So we just jam, and Javi's just like skibbity bop. He's just saying whatever's there. But I think it's like all rooted in where we started, which was like just making up songs. Like we don't do many covers because we didn't really play a lot of covers together. It was always just making something new. Maybe it wasn't a real song, but it was like, let's just jam for the next 2 hours.
So speaking of Frogs, we're going to take a listen to that right now. Tell me, what is it about? If anything at all.
Well, it's about the metaphor about frogs in a pot, how if you have a bunch of frogs in a pot and you start to cook them, they don't realize that the water is getting hot until it's too late. That's what it's about.
Well, there you go. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to Frogs in the Pot. We'll be right back here on the Story Podcast.
Well, this next song's called Frogs in a Pot. Well, I saw an ant calling on Caden's shoe. Where's it at? Walking around and he knows what to do. And if you knew it was all hanging on by a wire, yeah, would you hear the sirens going to fire? Cause we're all frogs in the pot. We don't know that the water's getting hot now. I know, yeah. We're all frogs in the pot. We don't know that the water's getting hot now. I know, yeah. Sure. They don't mind cause they don't know. When they don't mind cause they don't know. Well, they don't know. They don't know, yeah, I'll tell ya, yes, we're all frogs in the pot, but we don't know it. When the water gets hot, it happens slow, so no one wants to wake up, cause no one wants to be a frog that's spitting in the pot, cause they'll say, shut up, frog, just sit back down. Well, no one wants to hear you spit, give it a rest, give it a quit. You're telling us the water's getting hot, but it's not, so you should stop. All frogs in the pot. We don't know that the water's getting hot now. Oh, yeah. We're all frogs in the pot. Oh, that the water's getting hot now. No, yeah. Stir it up. get ready. Well, I don't wanna be no greasy frog. Silly doesn't know that the world is getting. So we gotta wake up our friends and tell them. Yes, we gotta go. We gotta wake everybody up. We gotta tell everybody the world is getting hot, pretty super gonna be. So we've got to go. We've got to go. Wake up your friends. Tell all your neighbors that we're all frogs in the pot. Don't know that the water's getting under. Do they know? Well, they don't know. Yeah, we're all frogs in the pot. Don't know that the water's getting hot now. They don't know, yeah. Here we go. They don't max, they don't know. Well, they don't max, they don't know. Well, they don't know. They don't max, they don't know. Well, they don't max, they don't know. Well, they don't know. No, they don't know. No, they don't know. They don't know. So we need to get out.
And we're back. I hope you like the frogs in the pot. Yeah. We're gonna talk about other stuff now. Okay, sure. So, kind of, you guys have only released a certain amount of stuff. Some of the stuff that you've released was on the boardwalk at Ocean City. What is the process of where are you guys wanting to go now? Are you guys getting into a studio and actually like sitting down and recording these now, or what's the process looking like?
You know, Cory, I'm glad you asked because we've, the past couple months we've actually been working hard at tracking our first full album. So that's in the works. We are looking at summer of this year for it to be out. So stay tuned for that. But getting in the studio is a different experience than doing live stuff. So it's always fun to experiment in that realm of things.
Where do you guys want to go with your band? Because you're no offense, I mean this in the best way possible. Your band is all over the place in the best way possible. Is there a direction that you guys want to head into?
Yeah, I can't say for everyone, but I think the general feel is, just to collaborate with each other and create, these songs and bodies of work for as many people as possible, and to enjoy it and mark a period of time where we can do these things. Because not everyone, everyone's gifted with certain things, and, I'd like to think that we're gifted with this opportunity to play with each other, so musically and to put sort of that out there for the world. So let's keep doing what we're doing.
I think we're focusing on like the live scene right now because our show is like so built on like our energy and chemistry together that like looking into festivals and stuff like that and bigger bars and everything, trying to find these bigger venues to play and hopefully actually sell tickets to our shows. That's a thing. We can get people to come when it's free.
Right.
I think Caden had a pretty good answer of where we're going.
We going straight to the top, baby! No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I thought that was funny. No, I think we could just make as many songs as possible, and just for anyone to hear, like just to make as much as possible, and like to hear and just come up with new ideas every day and. Look at this dude's knee pads a couple times a day.
Yeah, can I get a little bit of info on the wardrobe here?
Well, we decided to wear suits.
That wasn't apparent. If this is the audio experience.
This is like the first time I'm ever wearing a suit.
We're all wearing suits. We've done a lot of different shows. We've done a lot of different
shirtless.
things. Yeah, that is true. Yesterday, Caden was performing shirtless at Rock on the Hill. We're wearing suits.
Yeah.
But tell me about. I mean, we kind of went over this in our last podcast, but you got the whole hat, goggles, knee pads, everything. What's up with? And you're jumping around. How are you not sweating and dying in that?
I am sweating, and we're all sort of dying if you think about it. Zing.
He's totally sweating. He sweats all the time.
Yeah, I gotta wash this thing almost every time I wear it.
Jeez.
It makes it very easy, though. I'm sure to know, wake up and know what you're wearing every day. You know.
Yeah, no, it's
Wear the
very,
same
very
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
I wish I had myself some fancy suit. I do have this.
Oh, you
This
got
is
that-
my one
that-
fancy
that
item.
Nice red blazer.
That's pretty
It
good.
is nice. I got it from Nashville. It's only $100. So, but this is it. This is
We might next time you have us here, maybe we'll all be wearing the same thing that you're wearing.
that'd be fun. That'd be a prank and a half.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe we can all swap jackets.
Yeah.
That'll look ridiculous. In the best way. In the best way. I like your beanie. Where's that beanie from?
Oh, you mean this beanie?
Yeah.
The beanie I'm wearing right now? Oh, it's only from the Heads or Tails Experience merch stand.
That's true.
But you can also purchase them online, I think.
And you know, the
But-
cool thing about the beanies too, Cory, is that they not only come in black, but they also come in white.
and two
Oh, that's
different
awesome.
styles.
So, and two different styles. You know, you got the traditional logo, as well as a new logo.
Everything's out in the.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about the beanies is I left them in my car.
Which are not here.
sorry,
we
folks.
drove the band trailer today. So.
Oh yeah, it's not in the thing.
Well, you can have them shipped to your house.
Yes,
Yeah,
True,
it's
ship.
true.
That's nice too.
Not internationally, but hopefully soon
Domestically.
we'll be able to do that. Yes.
If you're in PA, you got some hats, some beanies waiting for you.
Javi
long as you
drives
pay.
over to your house and
We do some personal
Standard black and
deliveries.
standard white.
That's true.
That's awesome. So, coming up on some more projects, where do you guys like? You've done a lot of stuff. Are there any genres you want to get into, or any kind of styles you want to dive into at all, or?
Well, right now, we're pretty much funk, but we're all over the place. We do a little bit of reggae influence. As far as where we're going to go, I think it'd be awesome to be a hardcore punk band, but I'm going to have to talk it over with these guys.
I want to do some like trap stuff. I want to do some like trap beats and
Have a
a
drum pad over
lo-fi
there?
album.
Actually, want to do ancient Chinese traditional music.
You know, going off that too, there. K-pop is huge right now, so maybe we'll have to.
Might
learn
as
some-
well.
No, obviously we're indie, but that indie sound has always been a fun thing for me personally. But yeah, I think putting a label on it makes it hard and paints yourself into this sort of corner musically. It's hard to get out of. So. Yeah, we are kind of all over the place. So don't be surprised if you see those sort of genres coming up, in our music.
Whatever we're listening to on the way to rehearsal that day, that's what.
That's the deal. That's the one. Well, hey, speaking about being all over the place, we're about to get up and jump. Tell me about that song. Solid transition. Thank you. That's what they pay me for.
So Get Up Jump, we wrote this song a
I don't
while
get paid.
ago. There was this... we had this empty house we were jamming out in for the time.
The jam.
Yeah, the jam house. And we were rocking out pretty good. And Diego had this idea for a song. And he had some lyrics and an idea of where the song was going to go. At the time, I think I was playing the drums.
Yeah. It was sort of this period of time where we're performing at farmers markets, and at this point, Blake, was still away, so we needed someone to fill in that rhythm section. I had this groovy sort of song idea that would be, and the idea was like when we're playing, I want it to feel like there's a party, and I think I don't know quite how we got to the jumping part. Do you recall how we got
I feel like we were like, we should have like some sort of instruction in this song.
right.
And then we're like, let's keep the chorus real simple. How about get up, jump?
And then I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. And then we all, sort of jump around. I mean, that is sort of some of our show too, just feeling the music and getting moved by it. So
This is going to be a very high energy show. I'm really excited for you guys to see this.
I will say this song is a little sad for me because I'm playing the drums and I can't get up.
Or jump.
or jump.
Yes.
We'll have to get.
I've tried it before and, well, the song is ruined at that point.
You got to get a platform with some pogo sticks on it.
That would be cool. That would be cool. We thought about that, but a little too much money at this point. But maybe yeah.
Sponsorships. There you
Donate.
go.
Sponsor.
Donate to Heads or Tails Experience.
Also, just because
Just
we're
I also
have a
jumping, you
Venmo.
guys can jump too.
2 pennies a day, and you too.
And we can have a springing drum set.
You're about to listen to Get Up Jump by the Heads or Tails Experience.
And we'll be right back.
Well, all right. Well, all right. Well, there's a party going on, yeah, a party going on right here,
Hold up, where's the party?
right here. We'll come to a party, yeah, I hope you brought your good times, dear.
Oh, we sure did.
Yes, we did. What did we do? Well, we turned it up, we told some heads, we live with no regrets. So this is our song, yeah, and then we do a small jump with the knees. So get up, jump, get down and do it again. So get up, jump, get down and do it again. So yeah. Hey. We do it well. You know we do it, come on, yeah. Come on. So when we do it well, you know we do it, come on. So get up, jump, get down and do it again, yeah. So get up, jump, get down and do it again, yeah. So yeah. Hey. Time for the key change. Whoa! Break it down. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo! So get up, jump, get down and do it again, yeah. So get up, jump, get down and do it again, yeah. Got to jump, so get up, jump, so get up, jump, so get up, jump, so get up, jump. Here we jumping, 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 jump, 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 jump. Well, yeah, we can jump all night. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Jump and jump all night. So we do it all again, yeah.
All right, and we're back.
I'm out of breath.
Wow, that was awesome. That was such a great song. You guys, this isn't your full-time gig yet.
Well, it's all kind of tied into it, right?
Sure.
So we run audio and visual entertainment, which is an entertainment company. So it all kind of
nice.
falls under the same bracket for myself.
If you guys had to guess, what kind of company would you guess that Javier runs? Fashion?
No, I like that. I like that.
That's a good answer. What do you think? Anybody else got any offers?
There's no wrong guesses.
There's Tupperware. Ah,
That
yeah.
also would be pretty good.
Yeah, he's got an MLM Tupperware thing. No, you run a landscaping company.
That's right. We specialize in weekly lawn maintenance. I came up with this new thing the other day. I want to say, yeah, I actually run a lawn firm. Yeah. No, we just cut grass. It's keeps us pretty busy though.
For $50, you can have him and his suit mow your lawn. Yeah, right.
You should see what I wear when I cut grass. We're working on a commercial. So
That's awesome.
that's actually why I wear the knee pads.
For the trimming.
That's the one time he takes them off.
That is the one time he never wears knee pads. You're supposed to be. No.
That's why I really started wearing knee pads, because we do like mulch and stuff like that and pulling weeds. I'm like, oh man, my knees are starting to hurt after doing all this. So I got knee pads, and then I just started wearing them all the time.
There you go.
You know, I will say, I from an outside view, I see Javi get that question all the time. But you know, today, even we're coming over here and we're getting ready to go, and you know, we got to put some air in the tires. And he's like, I got this.
Right.
That's what I do. Like, damn, you know, they really do come in handy.
Always
Experience
prepared.
it firsthand.
Yeah, it always comes in handy. It's for real does. If he falls, he's okay.
He's all fine.
I used to wear elbow pads, but this is a little much.
Yeah, I do remember that you brought the elbow pads to our first interview.
Yeah, I was running up a hill and took a tumble, and I had my elbow pads on, and I was like, rolled out of it. I was like, nice.
So what do you guys do outside of this?
We work full-time jobs.
I work in pharmaceutical packaging.
I work at a light, like a pole factory, like a light pole on the side of the street.
Oh, that's fun.
No, it's not.
It's all right. It's all right. It's a lot of like manual labor, but it's all right.
It allows us to live our lives, man.
Keeps you in shape.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
Please help us. We don't want to do this anymore. Please,
And
please.
we get home and like be writing or playing or stuff and go to rehearsal. That's like our break.
Best musical outlet.
For
we,
only
we
two
practice.
pennies. For only 2 pennies a month, you can support the Heads
Oh,
of Tails
please.
experience in their endeavors. Just 2 pennies.
You
nights
can
a
do
week,
more if you want.
3
I
hours.
mean,
Oh, bro, we should put out a
help
Kickstarter.
yourself
Is that
to some
still around?
beanies, you know.
Kickstarter still?
Yeah, it is still a thing.
I always thought it'd be
Sorry, we
cool to
don't
have a
have change.
Patreon where we like pre-release music and put exclusive content and stuff on there.
Exclusive interviews.
Very appropriate. You know,
You never be too careful with when you say exclusive content now. You never be too careful.
Well, hey, so you guys have been on stage a long time for a while in a lot of places. What's one of the most funniest or embarrassing things that's ever happened to you guys on stage?
Oh, not on stage. Oh, I don't know.
I feel like there's 2 interesting stories. There's one at the beach where we had a woman who we won't name,
Oh my God.
but we did learn her name. And we were playing, and at this point we didn't have a security guard. We didn't have our buddy Griffin with us, his
Eating
job
French
now
fries.
is to make sure that this name we won't name
This
doesn't
particular
do
woman,
this. And
this
so we're
thing.
playing, and she's dancing up with us, and she's getting behind us, and she's dancing all up on us, and she's going from Diego, and she
Start playing with my
trying
hair.
to go by. We're playing get up jump, and I will say I did jump that time. I was like,
Oh, yeah, but I'll-
trying to get her up.
He jumped the right
she
order.
she was all up on him. Then we had. I actually believe it is that version of the song. If you listen to the beach jams, the get up
It is
jump.
definitely
I
that
believe
version.
it's that version of the song. The King comes out. Guy King Fries, Rip King Fries. He comes out dressed as like the Burger King, and this woman who we won't name was just we made her leave. There was another time our now sound guy was getting a strange lap dance from a woman at a campground.
That was pretty bad.
And like we're playing, it was just not the vibe, if you will.
Yeah,
Like
it was not.
our music's good, it's funky, but I feel like it's not.
It's not that kind of music.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean,
it's not
if you want.
sexy, you know. And but the
Well,
best
you can
part,
make it sexy.
the best part was when her husband came out
Yes, yeah,
from
her
the
husband.
rain, and it pulls her back. He's like, "This is the worst vacation ever."
Yeah, bro, it was the craziest. I saw this all live while happening. Like we were playing and we see this happen. Well, at least I did. And yeah, he like took her by the arm and was like, I can't believe you. This is the worst vacation I've ever been on.
Yeah,
Like she's done this before.
but the show must go on. You know, you gotta keep performing no matter what.
Yeah, and going back to that unnamed lady on the boardwalk, I think she had a few drinks in her, but I was trying to hold her off for as long as I could, you know, do what I could do. And you can actually hear in the song, she goes over to Diego, and you hear me go, "Watch out, brother man," in the song. I'm trying to give him a heads up. I'm like, "Yo, watch it." That's where that comes from.
She tried to get up with me and I was like, no, thank you. I don't like being touched. And she just still tried to. And I was like, I'm walking on the whole other side of the
He had
stage.
his wireless adapter.
Yeah, I
on,
was
so he
like,
could run off.
walking
Just
away.
running away from a woman playing
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah.
That's funny.
The last time we went to the beach, we mistakenly let people kind of karaoke with us.
Yeah, we were
That
just
sounds like a
talking
fun
about it.
idea.
Please let the performers perform.
It is a fun idea. You know, now everyone's skill set ranges. You know, karaoke is all fun. You
Some
know,
people's taste in music maybe shouldn't be sang to like unsuspecting crowds. You know, that's another thing.
yeah.
We were just talking about that on the way
Yeah,
here.
it's funny. It's
This
funny
dude-
you asked that, yeah.
This dude, he's wearing like a oversized sports jersey, sunglasses, bigger guy. He was like, "Do you guys know Kung Fu Fighting?" We're like, "No." He's like, "Can we do that song?" I was like, "Sure, dude. We'll make something up."
We'll make it up.
So we're trying to do Kung Fu Fighting, you know. Oh, oh, oh. And it was,
It sounds pretty good. Sounds like the song.
and then we got to the lyrics, and we just started bombing real hard. But we drew a huge crowd, though. Huge
That's
crowd.
funny.
And we were relying on him
at
to
these
know
guys.
the words.
Well,
he didn't.
And that's why I'm like,
Oh.
that was a Tails experience. You know, like, I mean, seriously, people really enjoyed it though. It was fun. It's not very good, but it was fun.
We also had a violinist mad at us one time, and that was kind of cool.
Dude, the violinists at Ocean City are such a the stuck-uppest.
It's that guy.
Snob-
It's
that's
that
the
guy.
guy.
Bill.
That might be.
That was the guy.
This is
Screw
crazy
you,
right
Bill.
now.
I'm not gonna get into it too much. but let's just end
that's
it
a
there.
whole that's a whole another experience. But that was the two ladies honestly on kind of embarrassing. You know, not always for us, but there's always someone there that's on hands now at this point.
People don't like rock and roll. What can we say?
Whatever. Leave them to it. So, as instrumentalists, vocalists, this is a question asked individually. What are you still working on as your particular, guitarist, drummer, vocalist, bassist? What are you guys still working on technique-wise?
It's a good question. Technique-wise, when it comes to playing guitar, I'm trying to play less, actually.
Hey!
One of the things about guitar players is they like to overplay, most of them. And you got to leave enough room for everybody. So I'm actually trying to...
Applause!
I'm actually trying to play less. That's one
A
of the
recovering guitarist.
Trying to get better at writing words. I'm not very good at writing words, or just writing, or doing poetry.
This dude's good at writing words. Don't listen to him.
Because most of the words is stuff I came up with while improvising, or trying to sing something and then listening back and be like, "Oh, what does it sound like I'm saying?" and finding a meaning there. But I'm trying to be a better lyricist, songwriter. Yeah, that's about it.
Official titles.
Yes.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the knobs do on my bass. No, that was good. No, I'm just getting better, I guess. I'm really just trying to work on like dexterity and like just playing, like being able to like, I guess just play fast.
Stretch.
Yeah, stretching and like, I guess just like, yeah.
My big thing is independence. Like, I feel like I got a lot of stuff down, but I need every limb to be able to do whatever it wants to do. And yeah, that's a big thing. And that's like a lot of control. So I'd say the big thing is control, and that includes playing quiet and not playing when I'm supposed to.
It's easy to get away, isn't it, in jam sessions? Run away.
Oh yeah, we get carried away all the time. The other day we were
Jam for
playing,
like 15,
Caden, you
20
said you were
minutes.
like, I wasn't feeling it, and so I looked in you, man. Blake, you were so into
Yeah,
it,
it
and made
was
me
like-
into it.
like
No, we're
20
just
minutes.
kind of all over the place. For me, it's like that's my exercise, man. It's like a marathon when I'm in there. It's like whiplash. I was sweating. I don't know how he does it in that suit every day. When we play here, I got different clothes because I'm going to be completely just drenched in sweat the way we play. We're just hopping all over the place.
We'll take our shirts off sometimes.
Like you had mentioned at our
what they
last
pay for.
show, that was one of the go-tos.
Yeah, it was nice. Well, we're gonna get into the last song. Which yeah.
Editor note here.
classic
Here.
theme
Cheat
song.
here. Just
Which
take
one
a
do you
bit.
guys want to do? that's the name. You guys choose. Which one do you want to release to the world on TV?
It's their theme song, probably.
The theme song. Tell me
Yeah.
about the theme song.
Well, the theme song is it's called the Heads or Tails Experience.
Well, there you go.
Yes. And it is quite the Heads or Tails theme. We play it every show. It's got to be on the set list.
Is that the one where I wanted to thank you for coming out to the show?
That is
the
the
one.
one.
You know the one.
I know.
You know the show. It's where you got to go way back for.
Sometimes
go
we
way
take
back.
it way back.
Most of the time. Most of the time we take it way back.
The dinosaurs. The Mesozoic
Right.
era.
Way back.
Thank you, dinosaurs, for coming out to the show. Well, hey, we're gonna listen to the theme song, and then we'll be right back with some audience questions.
Well, for this next song right here, what we got to do is go back.
How far back?
Way back. Back to when all of this got started. From the beginning, when there was only a couple of guys in the band. We started growing when we said, hey man, you're pretty good at what you do. How about you come and join our crew? And we got started, and we said we need a song that everybody's gonna remember. And they'll always remember the name of our band and where they heard it. And it goes like this. Woo! Well, come on now. Well, all right. Well, I want to thank you for coming out and coming into the show, yeah. And I want to thank you for coming out. Yeah, we come to give you some more now. And I'll tell you we are. Where the Heads or Tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the Heads or Tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the Heads or Tails experience. Heads or Tails experience now. Show yeah.
Let's get funky.
But now the people say believe me that these brothers are funky. Oh, come on, and you know we like it funky. So come on, give me some of that funky stuff. Hey, yeah, you know we like it. Cause we're in the band, that's in high demand. Rocking out now with Mr. Brady Man now, yeah. Show yeah. Where the Heads or Tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the Heads or Tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the Heads or Tails experience. Heads or Tails experience. Yeah. Show yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need to hear you make some noise for my brother here on lead guitar. Give it up for Mr. Diego Sandoval. Make some noise. Woo! Hey, well, do the thing, brother. Oh, come!
Thank you.
Now, folks, these introductions are in no particular order here tonight. But you already know up next is my good friend, an incredible bass player, if I do say so myself. Give it up for Mr. Katie Roman on bass guitar. Make some noise. Yeah. Oh, come on. You gotta slap. All right, folks. Up next is the man of the hour, the loudest guy in the band. Talking about this guy right here. Let me tell you. He's the man in the back of the band who's been beating those drums and he's been rocking you all night. Give it up for Mr. Blake Pearson on the drums. Make some noise.
For the first time, some of you are probably thinking, gee, that must be the whole band. Am I right? Am I right? Wrong. You see, you'll be very wrong if you're thinking that, because we have a very important man who makes this band what it is. So I need you to all do me a favor. I need you to be as loud as humanly possible and give it up for my brother, our front man, Mr. Javier Sandoval, lead vocals. Make some noise!
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Well, folks, normally I do a little solo section right here. A little bit of toot my own horn. A little bit of... But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Instead, folks, I just want to thank you so much for coming out here today and for rocking out with us and having a good time. And I just want to give a special shout out to Mr. Cory for inviting us out on the show and having the Story podcast. It's a great show. And for Ryan filming, and for Ethan running sound, and Sammy for just sitting there and being supportive. And folks, I'm going to give you something you can take home with you tonight. And that thing is, it's around here somewhere, the name of our band. So when you're going home later, or you're talking to your friends, or you're trying to fall asleep at night, and you're thinking to yourself, you're thinking, wait a minute. You're thinking, wait a minute. You're thinking, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, seriously, guys. Seriously, guys, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Dude. You're thinking, wait a minute. What was the name of that band? Remember this. Heads or tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the heads or tails experience. Come on now. Experience where the heads or tails experience. Heads or tails experience. Show yeah. Let's go, guys. Show yeah. Thank you so much, folks. We're the Heads and Tails Experience. Check us out.
Thank you.
And have a good rest of your night. Thank you.
All right, hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
What's up, Doug?
I'm Doug. Thank you. But so I'm not even sure that it's one of your cars, but I assume it is because I've never seen the hanging sign off the mirror before. But the "Love is a Sleigh Ride to Hell" sign hanging off one of the mirrors, is that any of you guys? That's you back
That's the
there.
cameraman,
That's
Ryan.
right, that's the cameraman. That's the cameraman.
Mike.
That's from a movie? I was wondering where that comes from. Drive Away Dolls?
Drive away dolls.
Okay.
What's the camera guy talking to?
Got you. I saw that and stared at it and liked it. So
Why don't you play us a sick, crazy beat?
Thank you, thank you.
Does anybody else have any other
there another
questions?
Just leave that one out there if you want. Hi, sir. What's your name?
Hey guys,
It's Pete.
I'm Pete.
Hi,
Yeah. So, question: you guys do a lot of improv jams, that kind of thing. You ever, in a live event, start doing something and say, "Whoa, this really stinks.
We gotta cut it.
Not as much as we used to. We used to take more risks during our live performance. We'd be like, all right, and for this next song, we're just going to make something up. And sometimes it was good, but sometimes it was just not. And it was like going for too long. And then like, it's bad when your own family members are like, yeah, I didn't know. But, one time his aunt came up to us after the show.
She's like, not your best show, guys.
Yeah, it used to happen a lot more. Not as much anymore.
Nah, yeah, it's hard to get out of situations like that sometimes because you gotta
Especially
communicate with everybody musically to like be like, oh, this is bad. We gotta.
We cut it short.
Somebody needs to cut it to
short.
something.
I'm under the impression. It is my belief that you gotta keep on going. That
I was just about to say.
It's purely about pushing through, and that it's like. It was just noise for a moment, all right? So by the time it becomes music, it's so much better. So that's why I try to.
We play super
I try to
bad.
keep
Yeah,
and then
we'll
we
be
play
bombing.
Super good.
We'll be bombing, and then like we're like, okay, they're gonna be like, all right, let's end it right here, and then he just starts going, doom, 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 doom. We're like, yo, dude.
Yeah, man. Well, that thing wasn't working, so let's try
Let's
something
try
else.
something else.
And then that thing is like, and then it's awesome. It's the coolest thing we've done.
We usually pull through out of it though.
We normally pull through out of it, and I think the earlier days in playing shows and making stuff up, yeah. But I think we've gotten to the point too where a majority of the time we make something up, it's something's there to hold the audience, and then we just go back to our name. You'd be like, that's what you get sometimes.
Anybody else have any questions from the audience?
I have one more question.
Go for it.
So you said you sometimes did some recordings or playing with some horn players from school. Do you ever do that in your shows?
That is a good question. Yeah,
He
so
wants to know because he wants to join you guys.
yeah, we're
on
currently
stage 'cause
looking
he's a
for
saxophonist.
Yes.
Yeah, some of our
We're looking
songs
for
we use.
musicians to join the band. Yeah, we're always down for collabs, and we have some friends that will still show up when they're free and jam out with us, show up to a show and collaborate. So for sure, you can catch us jamming out with some additional instrumentals.
One time we had our friend play the trumpet, and he doesn't even play the trumpet.
At a live show. And he like did a whole solo, and it was good.
We're like, does anybody have a trumpet in the audience? And he was like, I do.
Didn't even play.
We have a buddy who plays saxophone. We've had him play saxophone with us, and yeah.
What about Doug?
one more for the bass player. I want to know how old Caden is. He said he started at 18, and I saw him jamming at sound check. So, how long you been playing?
Oh, really? I'm 23.
You're 23, dude. You've been playing
Yeah.
for 5 years. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can we curse on here?
We'll have to bleep that out, but it's okay.
Awesome.
That was bleeping awesome.
I'd be like, Doug's amazing. He's so cool.
That's freaking funny.
Wait, I got two more questions for you guys, and then we'll get into the performance side of the TV show and experience. So, what is, out of, your perspective, one of the biggest mistakes that maybe you guys have ever made in this industry, or that you have seen made, and how can we curb that?
I think one of the mistakes that I think about is going too fast. Because when you go too fast, sometimes you miss out on having fun on the time, and then you rush it, and then you're not as satisfied with it. So, just kind of learn to take our time and enjoy where we're at with the process.
Sometimes you trip.
Well said.
Yeah, going off of that, I do think it is about enjoying the process. If you're like not having any fun and you just want to get to the end point, it's like you gotta enjoy the ride.
What is the point if you're not enjoying the ride?
Yeah.
Look back and be cranky.
Yeah, if you're just not having fun, it's just like, you're just gonna be pissed when you like get to the end of the road and you're like, oh, this is all I have to show for it. But like, I don't know. The biggest mistake is doing something that's gonna make you unhappy with like future progress and your past progress and like the present progress that you're trying to make.
There's like being scared, and I think that's like with any artist, is being scared that the work that you have is not good enough. And I think that's a hard thing for all of us to kind of get over. It's like,
Drop that song.
yeah, you know,
Do
we're
that
like on the way
project.
here, we were listening
Just do it.
to like the 6th version of a song, and it's just nitpicking and stuff like that. Which it's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse to have like that attention to detail. And I think it's getting over that fear that people are gonna not like what we have.
All right, well, where can people find you guys at next?
On that note, be sure to check out headsortailsexperience.com
/shows.
/shows for all of our shows. Be sure to stop by, visit it. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. Beanies included, as well as exclusive content. And we keep everyone updated through there. So,
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Story Podcast with the Heads or Tails Experience. If you guys like this show, you can check out CoryRosenProductions.com. That's CoryRosen Productions.com. You can find out all past 250 episodes of the podcast we've done, and all past 3 episodes of this show. And we're falling over and everything else.
Mic drop early.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you around. Bye! Yay!
It's so hard to cross the road when the traffic won't let you go. Should I take it fast or take it slow? We'll kill all the ones that know. You're singing.